Hi, this is Professor Tom Laughlin of the Department of Theater and Dance, and I'm actually behind the camera today because I have two young people here who are doing an interview for the upcoming production of Romeo and Juliet. On your left is sophomore Charlotte Foster. She is playing the part of Juliet, and on your right, Jonas Baranka, also a sophomore, and he's playing the part of Romeo. And so if you're just hearing my voice and not seeing my usual beautiful face, it's because there's just not enough room there to join these wonderful young people. So I'm going to stand here, let them look at me, smile and everything like that, and give them an interview. So guys, here we go. You've been into, this is your third interview, right?
Yeah. For both of us.
Yeah, for both of you? Yeah, what is the thing you're getting most tired of answering?
How do you feel about being in the role? Or basically, for me.
How was it memorizing all those lines? It was great.
Did they really ask you that question?
Yeah.
They do, huh?
People who are in entertainment too.
Yeah? That's amazing. I know how you memorize all those lines, but I'm not going to give away your secret. So, of course, I can imagine why everybody's asking you that question, because they're two pretty famous roles. So why don't you instead perhaps tell me a little bit, and you can take turns. We'll take Charlotte first. How did you prepare? What kind of preparation have you gone through to get ready to play this part?
Well, it depends on what section of time you're talking about. When I first learned about getting the role, there was a lot of screaming and excitement and shock for the first 5 minutes, and then I actually opened the script and started to just read the play over and over. I read it twice, and then scene by scene, going over what does my character want in the scene? What is she going after? Why is she responding to what this person says in this sort of way? And over break, I just started to slowly memorize scene by scene. And then when we got here, I did mostly scansion and prosody, scansion, prosody, scansion and prosody. So that was kind of how I technically prepared. Mentally preparing for the role was just sitting down every night, breathing, and saying it's going to be okay. There's millions of people who have done this before, and there will be millions of people after you. It's going to be okay. So just breathing, and my mom's always like, maybe you should meditate. Like, all right, Mom, I'll try meditation. But no, I was just, the stress, you've got to just make sure to let yourself breathe and just realize that it's going to be okay, and that it's going to be what it's going to be. So that's how I kind of prepared.
Great. Yeah. Jonas, what about you?
Well, similarly in learning about the role, I went nuts for a while and got anxious for a little bit, but then, the breathing, like you said, breathing was a great thing to do. And the work that I was doing, on top of school and other outside things that I'm doing, basically any minute that I had that wasn't for anything else was for Romeo and Juliet. And the preparation, over every single break, every free minute that we had, I was just going over lines, going over what every single word meant as much as possible, because that's something that we've learned a lot.
How much has that helped you? I mean, really being able to know what every single word meant. I mean, what kind of key has that been for you in terms of getting set for the role?
Well, that's the only way that I would have had anything memorized, first of all.
Okay.
And really knowing what I'm saying makes it possible to play with the words, experiment with them, and find new things about myself and my scene partners with them every single time.
How's the rehearsal process been going?
Pretty smoothly.
Good.
Yeah?
It's good.
Yeah.
I love it. Every moment of it. No matter what. I mean, I know that there's times when I leave rehearsal and I just want to cry. But I think to myself, this is what I've always wanted to do, and it's, although it can be overwhelming, it's the amazing aspect of being this role in this school with this amazing cast. Just, I should be thankful, and I am thankful, and I think that every day. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. And the process for you is it going well for you? I mean, hard, soft, easy, bad?
At first for a while I was stressing myself out and not prioritizing a lot of things, so it was difficult, and I thought I was doing a terrible job, which I might have been, but I don't think I am anymore, because I'm loosened up and just just having fun with it.
Oh, that's good. They'll be glad to hear that. How do you like the concept? I mean, we're working in a concept, I understand, that sort of combines the contemporary with the classical, and the costumes and the set, and even your approach to the acting of the roles. How have you been working within the concept in terms of all that stuff that's going on? What have you seen visually or experienced in your rehearsal process that sort of allowed you to get in touch with this kind of classical contemporary mix that's going on?
I was first off the bat, Benvolio being cast as a woman and Tybalt being cast as a woman set the stage, as we should say. It really gave the show a twist. So it didn't, for me personally, I didn't go into the rehearsal feeling as if the rehearsals were going to be rigid and suffocating. I felt like the idea of being able to play with having a male role be a woman, and then on top of that the costumes are just so creative and open, and the lighting is beautiful, and the drapery, everything's very free flowing outside of this language that is so, I mean, you say all the time, you can find exactly what your character means in each line. There's nothing behind it, there's nothing hiding. You expose yourself. It is what it is. But then when you have that free-flowing costume and background and lighting and everything is organic, the mix made me feel very comfortable. That's what my point is. The mix made me feel like I wasn't stuck in a role that I assume in my mind Juliet has to be this. It made me feel free and easygoing. It relaxed me.
Oh, good.
It still does.
That's good to hear. Jonas?
For me, really, it's the whole, the standard of what everything was set for this show. I mean, with the difference in casting from traditional, the views with lighting, sets, costumes, I mean, every single component of it. The bar has been set so high with our standards that, and with your rehearsal process, that it's all been a different experience for me in every way possible. And the way that you've gone about with the rehearsal process, I mean, mixing in from the very beginning, just not, traditional ways of approaching a character. It's helped me with the concept in that, there's Shakespearean style, there's classical style,
right,
which is what we're working with. But the ease of contemporary theater and the naturalness of it is what is making it work together very nicely.